One guy that I think is still with them as a trainer in some capacity, who I think you're friends with, even though he has heat with a lot of people, is Terry Taylor.
No, Terry.
Yeah, is he still working for them? And why do you think it is that so many people have heat with him? I heard even Bobby Heenan was alleging that he had something to do with Bobby's WCW firing.
Well, I don't know about that. Even Shivani was upset with Bobby because Bobby would show up to broadcast, but in his water bottle wasn't water, it was vodka. So Bobby was doing too much of this. And Terry Taylor's a good friend of mine. I mean, he's one of the finishing coaches at the WWE Performance Center. And if you look back at his career, he's very versatile. He could be the Red Rooster. He could be the guy with the first secretary in WCW. And now he's one of the head finishing coaches at the PC. And one of the reasons he got heat with some of the guys was he was the middleman. I mean, it wasn't, Vince or Triple H, or it wasn't Bischoff that went to the guy and said, hey, you got your 2-week notice. We're not renewing your contract, whatever. They tell Terry, go tell this guy his contract's not going to get renewed, or go tell this guy we're not going to sign him, or go tell, So Terry was like the middleman who wound up doing the dirty work for the guys he worked for. That's why he got some heat.
I heard Disco Inferno say that two guys in particular that seemed to really treat him like trash were Scott Steiner and Macho Man. Did you ever notice that?
You know what? I never really did. And one of the reasons is because during those days, I was doing the commentating. And I never hung out in the back room with the wrestlers. I was, walking around with Bobby and getting ready to do it. And everything me and Bobby did commentating on Nitro was ad lib, strictly ad lib. And I did the first half of the show, and then Bobby did the second half of the show. And what I would do, as soon as my hour and a half was done, Bobby would come in, I'd get in the rent-a-car, and I'd get the heck out of the building before the crowd left. And if there was a casino nearby, I'd go to the nearest casino and have some fun. Or I'd go to the hotel and get ready to fly back home in the morning. But back in those days with the broadcasting, I never hung out with the boys in the back room. So I don't know what was going on with Macho or, the other guys starting off. I forgot who you mentioned.
Scott Steiner supposedly threw a TV at him at one point.
Oh, well, I believe that. I mean, Scott was a guy that would have a short fuse and take no crap.